The views expressed are not those of local community broadcasting, WYML LP, or its management, volunteers, or underwriters. Greetings and welcome back to the Personal Safety Show. This is Marcus Melnick from Firearm Mentor, your host, and we have been talking about the new products that have been released at SHOT Show. The first half of this show, this program, has been focused on handguns and a few other things, and this segment is going to be focused on long guns and equipment. However, before we jump in, I just wanted to let everyone know that our next concealed carry class is going to be on February 10th and 11th, 2 weeks from this weekend, and we will be in the northwest suburbs. And if you'd like to join us, please send me a message on my electronic business card, which is marcusmelnick.com. That is MarcusMelnick.com. And now we're going to jump into the newer products from the SHOT Show. First, let's talk about rifles. Now, every SHOT Show has new rifles of some type, some style, some caliber, and there's some interesting ones over the years. There have been booms in AR-15s and tactical rifles, and a trend that's kind of influenced hunting rifles too. So a lot of new hunting rifles kind of look tactical-ish, and there's an excellent mix this year of tactical and precision-influenced rifles. So let's get into it. First, we've got the Hammerly Force B1. The Hammerly Force B1 has a straight pull rimfire action, and it has two barrels, a 22 long rifle and a 22 WMR. And guess what? It uses Ruger 1022 magazines. It is a modular stock. MSRP is $641. Kind of a sharp looking rifle. It's a 22, which is great. And Hammerly Arms, under the ownership of Walther, introduced this Force B1 rifle. Again, its calibers can be swapped in seconds. It has a similar look to the Volksquarten Summit and has a 1022 shaped receiver with a large bolt handle behind the ejection port. Receiver is magnum length, and standard 22 LR magazines can be fitted with a spacer to make them fill that space. So, quick release barrel, or the quick change barrel, is held in place with a lock ring and threaded at the end for a suppressor. That means we can't get it in Illinois. Polymer stock has a slick adjustment length of pull and rubber comb that can be reversed to raise the comb height. There's no iron sights, but there's an integrated Picatinny rail for optic mounting. So unfortunately, not available to Illinoisans. Next, there's the Christensen Arms MPR rifle. So it's an MPR chassis with folding stock. Can't get it because it's got a folding stock. Adjustable for length of pull and comb height. It's a carbon fiber float tube and comb piece. And it's a Remington 700 pattern trigger. Again, uses Ruger magazines. MSRP is a little over $1,200. So MPR means modern precision rifle, and now it's being offered in a rimfire version. So it's intended to be a rifle suited for small game, just like it's suited for competition. The chassis is adjustable, just like Christensen Arms centerfire MPRs, and the trigger being a Remington 700 pattern trigger. The firearm uses Ruger magazines and comes in 22 LR, 22 WMR, and 17 HMR. Next, we've got the Winchester Ranger 22. It's got a billet aluminum receiver, tuned action for smooth operation, walnut stock, which is very pretty. Trigger is adjustable for over travel, and MSRP is $419. This is a classic style lever action that features walnut furniture and an aluminum receiver. On the outside, it kind of resembles an old Ithaca Model 72 saddle gun that a lot of, grandparents had taught their kids to shoot with. It's a tubular magazine, it's a hooded front sight, and a graduated ramp adjustable rear sight. The trigger is adjustable, like I said before, and the action has been tuned. I think that just means it's been buffed on the inside, requiring less force to cycle. So the drawback has been that the receivers are a pain to clean. I will speak from experience with that. It's troublesome with dirty, waxy 22 LR ammo. I never had that problem with a 22 lever action, but apparently this one doesn't like those. Ranger 22 does equally break apart into two halves, and it allows easy access in chamber to muzzle to bore cleaning. We also have centerfire rifles from the SHOT Show, notably the Smith & Wesson Model 1854. It's another lever gun. It's a Smith & Wesson 1854, which is a lever action gun. It's in .44 Magnum. Stainless steel and high-grade model, so you can get a darker color, you can get a stainless color. It is accessory and suppressor compatible, which means we cannot get it. The stock is patterned after the historic volcanic lever action. I'm not sure what that means, but it's kind of like a vertical wood stripe, and it's very, very pretty if you appreciate the design of firearms. MSRP is a little over $1,200, and if it didn't have that suppressed barrel, we could get it in Illinois. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous rifle. It's one of the most talked about rifles at the SHOT Show, and it's patterned after Smith & Wesson's first lever action, the Volcanic. The 1854 is chambered in .44 Remington Magnum, has a capacity of 9+1. The stainless steel version has synthetic furniture and packed with modern features, but the limited edition blue wood model will be available too. It comes with a gold bead front sight and adjustable sights, rear sight ghost ring and rail combo, making it optic ready, and does have a removable magazine tube for easy unloading, as well as a side gate for loading cartridges. Beretta also has a new rifle called the BRX-1. It is a true straight pull with no handle rotation. The barrel and calibers are interchangeable. Easily reversible ambidextrous bolt handle and ejection, which means it's a bolt action rifle. And the magazine can be top loaded. MSRP is $1,600. So Beretta's touting this as being the most user-friendly and innovative that is out there, and in some ways it's similar to other straight pull rifles. But the first point of demarcation is that unlike designs where the handle actually rotates slightly to begin the pull, Beretta's bolt handle is fixed and comes straight back with relative ease. Another change is the use of a magazine that can be easily removed or loaded from the top while it's in the action, kind of like loading a gun with a clip. And yes, I know the difference between a clip and a magazine. And the gun is ambi. It can have the bolt be swapped to accommodate a left-handed shooter. The bolt head can be easily reversed so that the shell casings on a left-handed person aren't flying across their nose. And you can swap calibers. Each barrel has its own fixed Picatinny optics rail, and you won't lose a zero. There's a unique 3-position tang-type safety that's spring-loaded and can't be accidentally disengaged easily. Also comes in a carbon barreled version, and you can find it probably around $1,400, even though MSRP is a little bit more than that. Christensen Arms Evoke. Stainless steel action and barrel, 3-lug proprietary bolt, again a bolt action rifle, Cerakote finish. MSRP is $900, and it does have a vertical grip with an integrated Picatinny rail. Now it's still not a pistol grip, although the grip is more vertical on this rifle than it is on others. Christensen Arms is known for integrating carbon fiber in rifle barrel and components, but this one's all steel. And it's not really a budget model, but it's $900. It's in the mid-priced rifles range, and it's more affordable than the higher-end models. Yeah, no kidding. With that gun, the aim is to provide a premium quality rifle at a lower cost, and the trade-off? Well, it's a little heavier than the carbon rifles, tipping the scales at about 7.7 pounds. And there's a proprietary stainless steel 3-lug action and bolt. And at first glance, it kind of looks like the Remington 770 and the Remington 710. But this is a solid stainless action, not a sleeved aluminum action. And there's quite a lot of differences other than the similar look. The action is housed in a synthetic stock that features a hybrid grip angle that's nearly vertical and an integrated Picatinny rail up front. Like other Christensen rifles, it features an adjustable Trigger Tech trigger and will be available in a variety of calibers. Don't get your hopes up with this next one, the Savage 110 Ultralight Elite, because the Ultralight Elite has a pistol grip, even though it's a bolt-action rifle. It's 5.8 pounds. It is a carbon-wrapped barrel, and MSRP is $3,300. There's other light rifles adopt this similar chassis in the last year, and Savage is trying it with this Model 110 Ultralight. Equipped with this light folding chassis, the rifle weighs 5.8 pounds and features an accurate carbon-wrapped barrel from Proof Research. Barrel length varies between 18 and 20 inches, depending on chambering, and it's available in a variety of calibers, including 6.5, 300 Winchester Magnum, a 7mm, and it comes with a radical muzzle brake and uses an AICS pattern magazine that comes with a low-profile mag. Should be a light, compact rifle for the modern hunter. SIG is also out with another bolt action. Looks more like an AR. It's called a SIG Cross Magnum, and it's going to be initially offered at 300 Winchester Magnum with a folding stock for length of pull and comb height. It's a coyote-colored anodized receiver and has a float tube and user-changeable stainless barrel. At 8.9 pounds, it retails for $2,500. So the Cross was a big hit in 2020 when it was introduced, and it's a handy folding stock rifle. It's user-friendly, it's accurate, modular, and shooters have been begging for a Magnum version. That's this. The configuration makes changing barrels easy, and there's no doubt that other calibers will be introduced in the near future. There's a 24-inch stainless steel barrel that comes capped with a radial muzzle brake and suppressor ready, and which means we can't get it in Illinois. There is a pistol grip and ambidextrous safety lever. Features a right-handed thumb rest. 2-stage match trigger is light, and the rail makes the platform a perfect fit for a mobile tripod. The next one revealed, I really like. It's a Marlin Dark Series 1895. It's a lever action rifle in all black. It's chambered in 45-70. If it was chambered in a little bit less calibers, I might get it, but as a target shooter, 45-70 is a bit expensive and kind of hard on the shoulder. It's an alloy steel with a black Cerakote finish that's gorgeous. Nylon reinforced polymer stock. It's got an aluminum handguard, threaded muzzle, M-lock accessory attachment, and flush swing swivel cups. MSRP is just under $1,500, and it leans on the tactical side. So it includes this threaded muzzle, can't get it in Illinois, and Picatinny rail with ghost ring front sight. And now that Ruger is drawing out Dark Series, Ruger owns Marlin. There's a ton of new Marlin rifles that have been tested, and it looks like there's going to be more with the Dark Series coming out. And it features not just the threaded muzzle and rail, but it has a polymer stock with a nice comb and M-lock segments for attaching accessories. The aluminum handguard also has M-lock slots. So that's going to be available. Next, we've got CZ600 American. CZ and American in the same title is kind of weird because it's two different countries. It's got a Turkish walnut stock, a very thin profile, threaded barrel. It is a bolt-action gun. It's blued-colored, anti-corrosion finish, and calibers are various from 223 Remington all the way to 300 Winchester Magnum with an MSRP of about $800. So hunters love wood-stocked rifles, and there's a few things to be happy about, and one of them is this rifle. It's one of the new rifles with a more traditional walnut stock, and it was first introduced 2 years ago with a synthetic stock and laminated wood stock. Now it's available in a finely crafted Turkish walnut stock, thin profile barrel. It's threaded 9/16-24 and feeds from a double stack detachable magazine that fits flush in the bottom. Another bolt, we got a Browning X-Bolt 2. This gun looks like it's camo. There's a little bit of a compensator on the front. It's a reconfigured receiver with additional bolt guidance for smoother operation, better ergonomics, has an adjustable DLX trigger to set to hunting weights, and it starts again at about $1,500. So the X-Bolt has held its place for many years now, and now that there's extensions of the X-Bolt platform, the X-Bolt 2 comes with some key updates to the receiver, which allow a smoother, more reliable cycling. The bolt handle's also been redesigned for better ergonomics and easier operation. And finally, it has adjustable DLX triggers. All models have a Cerakote finish. Ruger also has the American Generation 2, another bolt action. This is pretty, with the barrel having twists along the outside. The stock is new and modular. The safety is 3-position, and it has, according to Ruger, improved aesthetics, and it's kind of pretty. MSRP is about $730, and Ruger's been one of the most successful budget hunting rifles of the last 10 years, or the Ruger American I'm speaking about. This new one is better looking, it cycles more smoothly, and has a nicer stock with user-adjustable comb and length of pull. The stock has a better finish lines that are more refined, so it's polished up. There's a 3-position safety, and the rifle will cost a bit more because it's a new generation, but it's going to deliver more in performance and features, which include a handsome spiral-fluted barrel. There's also the Bergara Premier MG Micro Light. Never heard of that company. It is an XLR magnesium atom chassis with folding stock, a Cure carbon barrel, starting at 5.8 pounds, and an MSRP is for over $3,000. And these rifles have a stronghold in a mountain rifle niche, where weight, size, accessory compatibility are important categories. The latest from Bergara, the MG Micro Light, is one of the lightweight precision influence rifles, and it houses the Premier Action. It's an 18-inch barrel, threaded 5/8-24 and chambered in .308, 6.5 Creedmoor, and 6.5 PRC, and has weight-saving features like a hollow carbon fiber grip and minimalist cheek piece. It's about 5.8 pounds. Seekins Precision Havoc Slam. I've not heard of this company, but it is another bolt rifle in .308 Winchester, 6.5 PRC, and 7mm PRC. It's got an extended cartridge OAL, overall length, and MSRP for $4,600. This is a leader in innovation, and it's rolling out this ultralight chassis rifle. It uses the Havoc element action, but it's housed in a Seekin-owned SLAM chassis. I have no idea what that means. But another expensive one. Another bolt one, Colt CBX Tac Hunter. Similar to a CZ600, .308 Winchester, MSRP is about $1,000. Rossi has the R95 Triple Black. That is a lever action, tactical-ish rifle. Now, it looks good to me. 30-30 Winchester, which means it's good for deer hunting. Alloy steel barrel and receiver with black oxide coating. A 16.5-inch barrel with a threaded muzzle, making it unavailable in Illinois. Picatinny rail with peep sight and tall front sight. MSRP for over $1,200. So those are some of the new rifles that have been introduced at the SHOT Show. There's also been several shotguns introduced at the SHOT Show, and we're going to briefly cover those as well. All right, first, we've got the Stevens 555 Sporting. It's got 30 and 28-inch ported barrels in 20 gauge and 410, respectively. The receiver is lightweight aluminum with a manual extractor, meaning it is an over-under. You break it in, you don't really break it, but you open it by breaking it in half, and you pull out the burnt shells or the used shells. Walnut stock is Turkish, so is the forend. MSRP is $989. Next, we got the Browning A5 Hunter 20. Now, my neighbor, when I grew up across the street, got one of these that was beat to crap, and he restored it. It was an old Browning similar shotgun, previous version. It was also an A5. This one is a smaller frame size than the A5 12 gauge. It weighs 5 pounds, 11 ounces. Comes in 26 and 28-inch barrels. Again, high-gloss Turkish walnut front end in stock with an anodized black receiver for $1,900. And this is a 20 gauge, so it's a little bit lighter weight. Beretta's come out with the A300 Ultima Snow Goose Arctic Fox. Wow, how many animals can you get in that title? It's got an extended mag tube, a pick rail for mounting a camera, a receiver cut for a red dot, and a special gloved finger groove in the receiver. It's estimated about $1,300. Beretta also has the Ultra Leggero KO. These are top brake. There's a shim kit, and these are $3,000 each. It's a trim 12 gauge and very high end. Benelli has a Monta Feltro Ultra Light, another high end rifle, MSR or high end shotgun, I should say. It's a blued barrel, anodized receiver with A-grade satin walnut. The 12 gauge weighs 6.3 pounds. The 20 gauge weighs 5.3. MSRP is about $1,600. For those of you who like the Mossberg 940, now there is the Mossberg 940 Pro Optic model. The receiver is cut for a Shield RMSC pattern microdot, and it's available in waterfowl and snow goose models. The latter is available in both 4+1 and 12+1. We couldn't get the 12+1 in Illinois. The turkey model comes with a Hollow Sun microdot combo and MSRP a little over $1,200. For those of you who love the Remington 870, we now have the Fieldmaster Synthetic. And they're not exhibiting at the SHOT Show, but the company announced an update to its popular pump gun. The company is now offering this in a synthetic finish, which should boost the durability of the already versatile walnut model. Folks, there you have it. A couple things that are going on with me outside of here. As you know, you heard in the first part, I have a little commercial talking about my keynote speaking, and I'm going to be speaking on managing agitated people, managing agitated patients, and next month, in February, I will be speaking at a TEDx at Purdue University on how to manage the human stress response in business. So I go over all of the things that happen to us when we are under strain or under stress, like tunnel vision, cognitive impairment, decision-making paralysis. And I talk about why this happens to us physiologically and that there is no difference between our physical and mental reactions to life and death peril and our physical and mental reactions to what I call administrative strain. Administrative strain is when you have a significant other, a spouse, a boss, starting to ask you some difficult questions, starting to evoke an emotional response, and you don't want to let them know you're in a board meeting, you're in a sales meeting. You can't let them know you're stressed. So I go into all of the techniques to overcome that involuntary human stress response, focusing on all of our senses. I give you hacks, all sorts of things. So if you're interested in hearing about any of those things, or your company is looking for a seminar on active shooter response, please reach out to me. Business card is marcusmelnick.com. That is MarcusMelnick.com. We also, in 2 weeks, have another concealed carry class. You can reach out to me at the exact same website. So hopefully this was entertaining for everyone and informative, and I hope everyone has a safe week. I will see you next week. I really won't see you next week, but hopefully you'll hear me next week. Take care, everyone.
We have monthly concealed carry license, CCL classes, in the northwest suburbs of Chicago. Dates can be seen at firearmmentor.com/classes. If you have a question, we can be reached at www.firearmmentorcard.com. That is our electronic business card, has all of our contact information and links in it. It's the easiest way to get a hold of us. Until next time, stay safe out there, and I'll see you at the shooting range. This is Marcus Melnick from Firearm Mentor signing off. The views expressed are not those of local community broadcasting, WYML LP, or its management, volunteers, or underwriters.